you saw me make the dough last night. It's now been sitting for about 13 hours. And you see how it does stick to the plastic. And you can also see how the surface is nice and bubbly. It smells, Owen said it smelled like wine because it's a lot of fermenting going on in there. So I have a heavily floured surface. And you can see the dough is still rather sticky. That's why I like to start it out with it being a little stiffer. This one's probably a little looser than I'd like. And I'm going to, now the recipe says, I've never done this and he didn't show this in the video, the recipe says to let it rest now for 15 minutes. I suppose I can do that and come back. I'm going to flour the surface quite a bit too to keep this from being so sticky. And I guess I'll turn the camera off and come back in a few minutes. We'll see if that makes a difference. Okay, so we've let the dough rest for a little bit. So I floured it quite a bit. And I'm just going to do like he did in the recipe. See how this one's a little too sticky for my liking, but it'll be alright. And so we just fold it in. And you just kind of form it into a loaf shape. You don't have to be really precise or neat here. And then I have a my sill pat down because I found this dough just sticks to just about everything. So I flour this as well. Get it into a ball, put the seam side down on the sill pat. And a little more flour. And I put a fresh piece of plastic wrap on it. And again, now this will go for about 70 degrees for about another 2 hours. It'll double in size, and then we'll come back and get the oven nice and hot, and we'll bake it. Okay, the pot has been in the oven now for a while. It's at 500 degrees. It's really, really hot. And I'm going to sprinkle some cornmeal in the bottom of the pan to keep it from sticking, and it's already smoking, it's so hot. And now I have to try and get this rather floppy loaf of bread. This rose a little bit more than I would have liked, and I'm still going to put more flour because it's kind of sticky, and I have to try and get this in there. And it's okay if we lose some of the volume because it is a little big. And in it goes. I flipped it over. And now we just put the top on. And it goes into the oven for 30 minutes covered, and then another 15 or so uncovered. And we'll be back in a little while to see how that looks. Okay, we're nearing, well, I guess the last leg of this baking process. This has now been in the oven at 500 degrees for 30 minutes. So we're going to remove the top. That's what it looks like. It's already browning rather nicely. And another 15 minutes or so with the lid removed. Let it brown a little further, a little crisp up a little. We'll listen for a hollow sound. It's already sounding pretty good, so it won't be much longer, and we'll have some nice fresh bread to eat. After another final 15 minutes with the lid off at 500 degrees, here's our bread, nice and brown. Sounds hollow. Tip it out of the pan. And there we have it. The only thing left to do is to cut and eat.
Baby